When you get a puppy, I don't think you fully appreciate that their life will change your life. But it does. It changes everything. And nothing will ever be the same again.
Eve, let's go. Free. Oh, stolen.
Is this your favorite? Are you having a snow bath?
Eve passed away on July 24th, 2019, about 6 months or so after Son started to get better.
Felt like I needed to get better, and then we needed to have this big long time where we still had time to do all these things. But when we couldn't, the loss was so profound. I think more so than my illness, more so than anything that I've ever gone through. Oh, do I miss her. There's so many pictures of her as a puppy. I don't even remember all of these. That was at our wedding.
Oh, I miss that dog.
Too. So summer 2019 was a bit of, without even knowing about it, a bucket list summer. I could finally get out and do all the things that I'd not gotten to do when I was in bed for 4 years. The first thing I wanted to do was go to the mountains with the dogs, and then I wanted to take them to see the horses, and I wanted to go to Stanley Park and walk the seawall. I feel like had I not been sick, Eve would have died at the same time, but it would have been a normal summer, and we probably would have been, you know, holed up in our house in the air conditioning, trying to keep them cool and all these things, and instead we had this like amazing last summer together.
Look at these three.
Look at Eve, she's having a great time.
So there is a mountain that I climbed extensively through my teenage years and into my 20s. It's something we do every summer, and the summer before Eve died, we got to climb that mountain. And so there's like footage of us sitting on these big boulders and Eve sitting beside me, and it was just the most amazing, like, I've made it back moment. And I got to have that with Eve before she passed. It was so bittersweet because that was the last time.
We spent so much time over the years on the dike systems down near Pitt Lake. We were probably there on average 2 to 3 times a week. And the day that Eve died was no different.
I was down by the water of the lake playing with the dogs and throwing rocks for them and stuff.
There's always a game we play where if one person's down with the dogs, another person's where you want them to come to. Eve crested the top of the hill, and then she let out this horrible cry, and then she just collapsed, and within seconds she was gone. So she passed in the summer of 2019, and just this last summer in 2020 is the first time that we went back. I think the thought was either that place would be somewhere where we felt like we could remember Eve, or it would be somewhere that held a lot of sad memories for us. It's so weird to be back, love. It's so weird. It feels like that day. Like it actually, like everything feels like that day. Like it's really brutal. I think it's hard for Dustin because he didn't see it all happen and he didn't really understand what was happening. He came up and he was like distraught, and you were trying to resuscitate her and you were trying to do CPR and all of these things, and I was like, Dust, she's gone.
I had no idea what was happening, but I just remember like panicking and trying to figure out if she was okay, and she let out these like 3 cries that I don't know, and then she was just like completely unresponsive, just gone.
We were just standing there and with like water on both sides of us and like 40 minutes on one end and a mountain on the other, and we're just there, and there was nothing we could do. And I know like our vet literally told us like if she had been there, there's nothing she could have done.
It's the worst feeling in the world when another living creature needs help and you can't do anything. I just miss her.
Me too.
All of the fun times and happy memories that we had there prior to her passing away at that spot were completely overshadowed by that day.
Like, this used to be one of my favorite spots to come, and now it just feels sad.
I don't think I can come back here.
I don't think I can either. I don't want to remember Eve there. I want to remember Eve in the mountains. I want to remember Eve on all of the big adventures that we had. I don't want to think about the day that she died. Like, a lot of the Eve stuff's been sitting on the shelf since she passed away, and I think I'm finally ready to look at it. I remember we did that photo shoot right before our trip across Canada. There's a picture of us as a family, and Eve was posing. And the photographer was just like, it's cool, just let her do what she's gonna do. So it's supposed to be like a family shot, and kind of like we're the backup band to the Eve show.
This is her collar. I can't bring myself to like throw it out or anything.
And then this, like a ceramic imprint of her paw that we had done.
She would have loved this. She probably would have been front and center, like trying to get into the shot. What a great life she gave us.
Whatever dog we were going to get at some point, because we were going to obviously get another dog at some point, we started talking about it and decided that we thought it was really important for the next generation of dogs to know these ones.
I just wish Poppy could meet Eve. Like, it's so sad. Sorry. I really wish that, because she was the blueprint for all of this. Like, we wouldn't be the people we are today without Eve. We wouldn't have the dogs.
Our life would be so much different.
It's hard.
When we were younger,
A lot can happen in the lifespan of a dog. So much life, so much loss, so much joy, so much pain. The lifespan of a dog puts the human experience into perspective. You realize that life is an adventure, that life is too short, and that life is a blessing meant to be lived with as much joy and enthusiasm as our four-legged friends.
and now I'm seeing